Namaste friends, welcome to this episode of JewelBuzz Talks. My pleasure and honor to welcome Mr. Srikanth Urs, CEO of GES India. Namaste Srikanth bhai.
Namaste Steve bhai, how are you doing?
A pleasure to be at your premises.
Thank you so much.
Srikanth bhai, trade exhibitions, trade conferences, there's a sort of complexity, excitement. We want to know from you, the conceptualization, the origin, the evolution of GES.
GES was started way back in 1997 with an idea of doing small consumer exhibitions.
Okay.
And
B2C basically.
Yeah, B2C basically. And then from there we started evolving to do a lot of B2B shows. Our first B2B shows on building material called Buildcon. And from there we did a couple of exhibitions on security equipment.
Okay.
And we tried doing B2B exhibitions on furniture also. And then in 2019 is when we got into B2B exhibitions on gold jewelry. Yeah, so that's how, we've got a lot of experience. We've been in this business for almost about 27 years. So, and all along in my life, I have not done anything other than exhibitions.
Seriously, I know.
Yeah.
So it's, after education, it has been just exhibitions?
Yeah, whatever little education I did, yes. After that, it was all about exhibitions.
But here you are in a mood and sort of position to teach us. So
yeah, God's grace, it's taken a big leap. In fact, when I started this business, I never thought it will grow to such an extent. But yeah, hard work, a lot of perseverance and a lot of patience. And in terms of a lot of planning and support from a lot of people, and at the end of the day, a great team to work with has got us where we are today.
Srikanth bhai, I'm a professional from the media and communications industry. So I've seen trade exhibitions, trade conferences very closely. The complexities across production or conceptualization or execution are many. So it's complex stuff and at the same time exciting. Your personal experiences running this show.
See, exhibition is one field, Steve, that it's not like, you sit on your previous success,
Okay.
Previous success only helps you to book your stall much faster, or maybe increase the number of stalls or something like that and make it better. But in terms of your effort, in terms of execution, in terms of everything, it actually becomes more, because you have already created a benchmark and you need to actually match the benchmark or probably make bigger than what benchmark you've already created.
Previous success makes it tougher.
Yeah, exactly. Previous success, because the hopes start, increasing from people. They start putting in more of efforts and things like that. So it becomes much more tougher when people have people start expecting too much from us.
And an example of sheer delight you have felt after a successful exhibition, a particular one, anything that you can...
I'm trying to be more modest these days, Steve.
But
don't want to grow too high. My father has taught me one thing, that the more you grow, the more humble you become. So been following a lot of things like this, want to become more and more humble, because ours is a service industry, and we need to understand that we need to be always at the service of the clients.
So I was just saying, it's a delight at the end of every exhibition then for you, because...
Yeah, it is a delight, and it is a small celebration just after the exhibition. But then we bounce back. For example, this time, 9th we finished, June 9th we finished Bombay. 10th morning we were all geared up to start for Bangalore SJS. So it's just that, success only makes stall booking easier for us, but the rest is all the same. We'll have to come back, bounce back, keep repeating what we have done and do better what we have done than the last time.
Okay. Srikanth bhai, we have had the pleasure and honor to be hosted by you at the SGS SSI. How exciting is the jewelry field specifically, showcasing all the goodies, the dazzle and the shimmer?
Steve bhai, I'll tell you one thing. Working across so many verticals, I felt jewelry sector is very different. It was phenomenal for us the way they have accepted us in the jewelry sector. I personally have felt, met a lot of great people in this industry, who are very nice, very down to earth, who have helped me to come to wherever we are. The advantage in the jewelry sector, main advantage is that you are in coordination with the owners. So me being a owner of a company, it becomes easier, and they also understand, and decision becomes faster because they are taking a decision on their behalf, and I'm taking a decision on my company's behalf. So in a corporate world, it's very different because it's all about approvals and all about the hierarchy, bureaucracy and things like that. So that major difference is what I thought in the jewelry field, and I think we will go a long way the way it is going on, and it's been a great journey in the last 5-6 years for us.
In fact, you took the words out of my mouth. Whether I've been doing a JewelBuzz Talks or any interaction with the owners, there's been warmth from the moment you meet them.
Yeah, I don't think ever when I've gone to Mumbai from Bangalore, I don't think I've ever had a breakfast or rather lunch or dinner at any restaurant. That's the basic, which we start. They start with, they're so nice, they look after your food, the way they take care of saying that, sir, aapko kidhar jana hai next? Sir, mere ko udhar jana hai. Chalo, main drop karwata hu, mera bacche se drop karo. So the overall, I think this community itself is very humble, they're very, very nice, and they're very down to earth, though they are very big in business.
Yeah. And you know what? It has grown in scale. So a great time to be in this industry, and great growth expected.
Correct.
Srikanth bhai, I was just saying, SJS, SSI, jewelry, what are the other sectors that immediately you all will be involved in?
See, we do exhibition on building material, and that's been there for the last about 10-11 years. And last 3 years, we have started something on agarbatti raw material.
I see.
So it's the raw material of agarbatti.
The agar as well.
Yeah, so it's a very big market. In fact, initially when we work with an association called IMA, All India Agarbatti Manufacturer Association. So when we went through some contact, I happened to meet them. And then when he initially proposed for an exhibition, I was like, "Hey, yaar, kya ho raha hai?" But then when I got into the depth of the industry, it's a big industry. It's a fantastic industry. And again, the advantage is the owners are involved here. So it becomes much more easier for us. We have already done one edition, and now this November, we are doing the second edition. It's a beautiful segment to work with.
Nearly 3 decades into the business. And as I was talking, the complexities, the excitement. Give us an overview of the trade exhibition, trade conference industry in India.
Steve, trade conference industry, I always keep saying, recently we had a seminar in Delhi among all the industry people, all the exhibition industry people, and there was a lot of discussion. Exhibition is a very important marketing tool, very important marketing tool, and especially in the jewelry industry. But in the other industries, for some reason, they still consider that as a BTL. It's called as a below the line activity.
Exactly.
They still spend more time, more money and effort in television commercials and print media and things like that. Outdoor hoardings and things like that. But if you see any of the developed countries like China, Germany,
Frankfurt.
Yeah, exactly. The only marketing field is exhibitions. You have Canton Fair, you have Hanover Fair and things like that, where the only marketing field across all verticals. I'm not talking about only jewelry.
So you're saying engineering, pharmaceutical?
Everything. Now in the last about 5-6 years, I think post-COVID, I don't know what happened to this industry. It's in a very upbeat. The graph is almost in the 90-degree angle. Across all verticals, again, when I'm talking about, there are huge machinery shows. And you just mentioned about Messe Frankfurt. There are about 9 messes who are there in India right now. They are all
Messe
Frankfurt, Messe Munich, Messe Stuttgart and things like that. They're all buying companies from India, and then they are expanding their business. So I think we all know that India is a growing market right now. The economy is at its peak. So I say personally, I'm very passionate about this business, but nevertheless, whether I'm passionate or not, this exhibition industry as such is the number one marketing platform, according to me, according to my experience, in initial stage of my career, I've also worked in an outdoor outdoor media company. It was just a small 6-month stint there, but never felt, that was as effective as an exhibition. I've worked with print media also, because initial days we used to do a lot of consumer shows, so we used to tie up with some big media houses and do a lot of media buying and things like that. But in terms of the marketing platform, again I'm reiterating, it's the best marketing platform.
So only way up is not now for the trade exhibition and conference.
You can see there is a machinery exhibition happening in December in Bangalore. They are selling 5 lakh square feet. That's the scale of the exhibition. There is Semicon happening in Delhi in the first week of September where our PM is opening. That again is about 5 lakh square feet exhibition space. I'm talking about only the stall area. I'm not talking about the passage or anything like that. So that way, there is a lot of scope. I think people will start realizing, the companies will start realizing, saying that they need to spend more money on this vertical, and there is a lot of scope in this business.
So before we let you go, a sort of message or whatever motivation to all exhibitors, and especially our jewelry fraternity, what would you like to end with?
I would end with one thing that I completely agree and appreciate. Completely agree that there are too many exhibitions. I think we need to come up somewhere and decide what has to be done for this menace to get out of the market. Because I personally feel exhibition is a very, very strong media in a B2B jewelry market. But the number of exhibitions is killing us, is killing everybody, the organizers, the suppliers, the buyers and everybody. Now we need to probably come as an association, come up as a group and see how this can be worked out. Otherwise, I don't see a great future in the next couple of years. A lot of people might die down. A lot of people might just stick around, depending on their capacity to stay around.
So, a very upbeat, positive, optimistic note. Mr. Srikanth Urs, thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys.
Srikanth bhai, for your time and valuable inputs. Once again, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Namaste. Friends, thank you for catching this episode of JewelBuzz Talks. Tune in to find out who's next.